Okay, and first of all, we want to review the cover, which is perhaps the most attention-getting of the book.
Yeah, can you tell what's going on there? Because it's kind of special in that two people are both cuffed to the same bar, and I'm not really sure what's supposed to be happening there.
They're basically tied to each other.
That's like the most lesbian thing I've ever heard. If you won't love me, I'm gonna tie you to me. I'll make you care. I'll make you stay.
Well, and they want to be really equal about how they use bondage.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm interested in BDSM, but I don't want there to be power dynamics at all.
We're entering into this bondage exchange as two equal peers. In Elaine Miller's Fee Fi Fo Femme, a girly girl reaps a sweet punishment for refusing to mess up her raspberry pink lipstick.
I don't know how many times that's happened to me. If I got a nickel for every time I refused to...
You'd be a rich femme.
Yeah, that's right, I would. You might think cattle would get really scared. I hear something about cattle and I'm excited. You might think cattle would get really scared when all of a sudden this big metal structure clamps together on their bodies. But it's exactly the opposite. They get really calm. When you think about it, it makes sense because deep pressure is a calming sensation for just about everyone. I don't even know what this is about, but I'm fascinated.
She just compared lesbians to cows.
I think that's a fair segment. I think I'd like to share with the audience that we are in fact drinking Wild Vine's Raspberry Zinfandel fine wine product with natural flavors.
It's really good, actually.
You're 17 and don't have a fake ID. My lover is a builder of tables, chairs, bed frames, and wooden boxes. She drafts her own designs and buys her own supplies. Sometimes, if I ask with the appropriate charm, she builds things for me.
Oh, that's so hot!
A desk for my computer. A butcher block. Cutting board for my gourmet fantasies. I am lying on my back, head slightly tipped over the edge of the futon mattress, dreaming a design for her. So, okay, here's what have we learned so far about lesbian bondage?
Okay, if you're gonna do lesbian bondage with someone, it needs to be with someone who can build things.
Right? And futons? Futons are sexy if you're hanging half off of them, and butcher blocks are hot as well. Okay. I'm learning a lot about what it means to be a lesbian since I never learned my first time around. I'm learning now after the fact. What?
Okay. Tonight she opted for a pair of soft brown leather pants and a suede caramel-colored shirt. She had a knack for choosing loose-fitting clothes that enabled her to neutralize any semblance of femininity. Her breasts were almost always held hostage, bound tightly beneath her clothing. She selected one of her larger dildos, the one she'd named Shaft, along with her new leather trousers.
First off, okay, leave it to a lesbian to name her dildo something utilitarian, this is what it is, this is my dildo. And also, no, I like that, somebody's being praised for wearing loose-fitting clothing, she has the knack for selecting loose-fitting clothing, you know, I'm really impressed with your skill for selecting loose-fitting clothing. Yeah.
Well, and also
I'm really good at that.
Leave it up to a lesbian to describe taping your boobs down as some sort of oppressed act. I keep my breasts held hostage.
My bra holds my breasts hostage every day with the gun of the patriarchy. I got in bed and she stopped writing in her journal, ending the entry with an exaggerated flourish of her pen. That's pretty much what all lesbian sex is like, right? You know, you're like, hey, stop writing in your journal so that we can hold each other.
Yeah. At least what it's like to have sex with me.
And then you just have orgasms made of rainbows and unicorns. And then you stop and say, that was really beautiful. I'm going to write about it in my journal.
Do you mind if I write about this in my journal? I have a filter with only 10 to 15 people on it, and it's called my sex filter.
And then you draw a diagram in paint.
Yeah.
For everyone.
kissing, foreplay, going down, the end.
Yeah, that's really beautiful. I'd like to share this beautiful experience with 10 to 15 of my closest friends.